Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. So let me get the game audio turned on again. I had to turn it off because apparently when you're alt-tabbed, the audio for this game still plays. So like while my intro is going on, you'd hear Minecraft music, and all of a sudden in the background you'd just hear from all the zombies.
It means it's a good game. It's very, very persistent.
That's right, it never leaves. Um,
And while you were introing, I discovered that I could unlock alchemical antithesis, and that will be very helpful.
nice, yeah, that's not a bad thing at all. Alchemical antithesis is too OP.
Please don't nerf me.
Yes, so something tells me they're probably not going to be nerfing at this point, but you never know. I mean, so anyways, we'll go ahead and get started here with a slight intro. So hello everybody. This is the new rebranded, not really rebranded, but just different. Definitely a podcast.
This is definitely a podcast.
It is definitely a podcast. I have with me my co-host, Waffles with Gravy, Joe, Mr. Definitely Joe here, and today him and I are going to be playing some Call of Duty Zombies. We're going to be playing Gorod Crovey, and just hanging out. So
Hanging out. It's
you
go
ready?
rod time.
It's Gorod time.
As your emblem states.
Oh yeah. Oh dang it! I actually I think I can pause and show it. It's beautiful. Oh, now he's screaming. He's trying his hardest to breathe fire like the dragon and just not doing it.
just sitting there.
So, how have you
Alright.
been, Joe? How have things been? What's new in the life of Joe?
I've been doing okay. Doing some college things.
Always exciting.
Much coding to be done. Graduation happening soon, hopefully.
Yeah. So when is your graduation coming?
May.
Oh wow. Yeah, only 3 months away. Well, I guess pretty much, kind of 2, because February is almost over.
Just very close, but also very stressful.
Yeah.
Like, am I gonna make it?
Yeah, that the last term always ends up really sucking, just because it's so stressful. Because you're like, I've been in this for so long. I'm at the finish line.
From the ashes, we can rebuild.
Jeez.
How's your controller vibration doing, by the way?
I turned it completely off.
Nice. Joe and I did
but
we did a little test recording before this, and his controller was just vibrating nonstop. So glad that not anymore.
It was spooky and scary.
I actually noticed that in one of my Outer Wilds videos. I at one point I went AFK as because it was basically like, oh, the world was gonna end in like 30 seconds, so I may as well take this moment to go AFK. And so I went AFK and I set my controller on my table on my desk here, and then apparently when you die it vibrates the controller a lot. I hadn't even realized. And so as I'm AFK, you just see this chair sitting there, and all of a sudden you just hear and it's like, what?
Did it fall off?
Surprisingly it didn't. That was probably why I hadn't even realized it, because like it was still just on the table just fine. But it was definitely a little bit frightening. Oh, good start.
Great start.
By the way, is it 2 hits or 3 hits to die?
It's 3.
3, okay,
It's still
good.
3, yeah.
We've played so much Cold War lately, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was this, for Treyarch, it was this game that, like, between Black Ops 2 and 3, there was one of those games that was released by another studio that was like, yeah, let's do 3, because our movement system's too complicated, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Oop. You were standing there without your weapon.
Oh, nice. It might have been because I was eating the gobblegum.
Do you wanna fire sale?
Oh, yeah. Let's find some boxes.
I think upstairs. If there's no other topic that you want to talk about right now, I have something that's really been irking me.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's go
so
for it. What's up?
so I don't know about you, but my absolute favorite cheeseburger from any restaurant, fast food restaurant, is the Whopper.
Okay.
But so so my wife and I are poor college students still, and so it's like, oh nice, Whoppers are two for $6, right? It's really cool. It's a nice thing. And then yesterday we went to Burger King. We're like, okay, we'll just get 2 Whoppers. That's it, like nothing else. And then they're like, okay, that's gonna be $12.50. I'm like,
Oh
what?
no.
Yeah, they ended that. Now they're $5.50 each, and they're yeah.
Wow. That's frustrating.
This Burger King, just tell us you hate poor people.
Just come on out and
Yeah.
say it, please.
I know it's dumb, but like that was seriously a thing that bothered me. I was gonna cry. Wow, am I doing good?
Okay, I've got an issue here. I don't remember how
What
to
is-
use my gobblegum.
It's 3, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
I'm trying
1.
those. Oh no, it's all going wrong. Oh yeah,
What
better go
gobblegum do
prone
you-
mode.
What gobblegum do you have?
Anywhere but here. Whoa,
Did
boy.
you not reset your rebindings for that?
Okay, the game just literally like froze for like 3 seconds and then I came back dead.
Oof. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
so good start. We'll go ahead and pretend this never happened and start again.
We'll go ahead and end the stream here.
Yes, all right. Thank you, guys. No, let me check the bindings because I had like I reset everything to defaults, but apparently gobblegum is default unbound. You know.
I was gonna say, oh, it's up on the D-pad because I'm playing with the
Oh, yeah.
controller, but no.
Let's see. I don't even know what it would be. I guess, is it in interact? I don't even know what it would be listed in. It's combat. Sprint is unbound. Oh, sprint. Hold breath is. Never mind.
Yeah, because if you wanna do separate things for some reason. Bum, bum, dum, dum, bum.
That was
Going good.
very odd. Well, you know what? Next time I'll just get gobblegum and just mash every button until I figure it out. It'll work. Don't worry about it. Back to him screaming, I guess. So yeah, I haven't had Burger King in a really long time, but it's kind of sad that they have raised their prices a lot.
It's disappointing.
Yes, your disappointment is in fact immeasurable. I'm just gonna buy this gun, I guess. Alchemical antithesis. I don't want to try and use this one because I'm not gonna get any points. Oh, it says press unbound action slot 1.
Ah, yes.
Well, I guess I found out what it is if I could find what action slot 1 is.
I'll go find it.
That's very odd because
It's an interact. It's special action 1.
special action 1. Oh, I see. Yeah. All right. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Don't die.
Oh. Hello. It was a bad time for me to be AFK, I guess. Oh, because we were both looking at the menus.
Oh, what's going on?
Administering this correctly.
Yeah. So, we're trying to get better at this. I feel
Yes.
like we're moving in the right direction at least.
Yeah,
We'll
definitely.
be at about 1 million subscribers by the end of the year.
Yeah,
If my projections are right.
yeah, 1 million, like probably a bit of an an underestimate maybe. Yeah, I expect like 5 diamond play buttons. Uh,
Is that all?
Whoops. Well, crap. I just accidentally used it. Can I just disable that by picking up a different gobblegum?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright,
Hopefully.
yeah, there we go. I wanted to switch weapons, which I have as 1, which is a remnant from Destiny. Because in Destiny, I do like 1 for weapon 1, 2 for weapon 2, and 3 for heavy. But this game, I don't believe there's a way to tell it specifically go weapon 1 or 2 because of stuff like mule kick. So I just have it as 1, just toggles between weapons.
It's not how I remember it, but his weapon.
Bonk.
Bonk.
Actually, let me see if there is a way to switch between them. No, just
That's one of
switch.
those. That's one of those things that you sort of hope they had.
Yeah. I just set 1 and 2 both to switch weapon. It's 1 goes forward, 1 goes backwards in the weapon wheel. But yeah,
I think.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, I think in Halo I made it so that going down on the scroll wheel switches weapons and going up on the scroll wheel switches grenades.
Oh, nice.
Because you can't say both. Maybe you can, but I don't know. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say, like, for anyone, so for anyone that's watching this as it is right now, my OBS doesn't give me super updated stats all the time, so I have no idea. Right now, it only shows 1, so I have no idea if that is actually accurate or if there are more people watching. But for anyone watching on Twitch right now or that's watching on YouTube later, I made this mention at the very beginning during the pre-stream stuff, but it stands for right now as well. Streamers thrive on feedback, not as in like streamers aren't always going to be like I want every level of feedback, but I mean like streamers, they need people to be telling them if they're enjoying the content that they're doing. That's very, very important as a streamer to know if what you're doing is working, because of course if it isn't working, then there's an issue and you probably shouldn't be actually still streaming that way. And so the same goes just for any of the YouTube videos and everything. Like, we need feedback on how this is going. So if you enjoy this, please leave a like and a comment. Just in general, leave a like or comment if you enjoy or don't, if you have any sort of feedback. If you do comments, that actually helps the algorithm a lot. It used to be just leave a like and that helps, but now it's comments are like really, really important for the YouTube algorithm because they're always freaking changing it. But if you enjoy this and want to see more, subscriptions are helpful too. So you can do that. I'm gonna start opening some doors. I don't remember like any of the paths here. I thought that's probably why I died earlier, because I got very lost.
I remember everything.
All right, you.
I don't know why, but like I remember maps on pretty much every game.
Nice.
Nothing else. I don't remember like how to do any of the steps to the Easter egg or anything. I remember where we're going.
Oh yeah, language warning, by the way. Rick Toffin said a very naughty word.
He said doo doo.
He said poopy. Wow, this SVG really, it does indeed suck. It's a sad day when I would rather use the Shiva than the SVG.
It does indeed svug.
I got impatient. Oh, that's a mega, isn't it? Oh no, that's not. I don't remember if it is or not. Who cares? Oh, fire!
Don't know what that is.
It's a respawn at the end of the round instead of beginning of next one.
I think it is a mega.
But that's not even really a very good one anyway. So I don't know why I had that one on my list of gobblegums. Who in their right mind would choose to have that as their decision? Oh,
like,
boy.
don't worry, just let me die. I have impatient. L4 siege.
There, Man of War. I'll just stick with that, I guess.
I feel like the Man of War should be an explosive weapon for some reason, just by the name.
Yeah. All right, I got in plain sight, so I don't remember if that helps both of us or if that's just for me. But
I think I also have in plain sight.
nice.
I think it's the normal. Also, yeah, round 6 for manglers in this game.
Oh, was that what you just killed?
Yeah.
Nice. L4 siege to save the day. We should probably turn on the power so we can get Juggernog.
Nah.
Oh, no.
We're camping here.
Yes. We got that turtle perk from Black Ops 4, the game that everyone remembers. Is it this way to go?
Yes. I certainly remember it, but like actually knowing how it works, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna turn a lot of stuff down a bit. Uh-oh.
Like your brightness.
There, I think I'm good. Whoa. Alright, game caught up. Because the game keeps like lagging and slowing down a bit, so I'll just turn down some of my graphics. So for anyone who doesn't know, and by that I mean I don't know why you would know, but I had uninstalled this game because Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in Treyarch's Infinite Wisdom costs 180 gigs just to be able to play it at all, and I literally could not care less about anything other than the zombies mode. The zombies mode is the best zombies mode in like any of the games, but the rest of them are like pretty much the worst in most of the games. Black Ops 3 multiplayer was quite the flop, and so like, you know, I don't want to keep 180 gigs of stuff just on my computer for no reason. So like I had switched away, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know, I basically uninstalled it because Cold War was out, and I was like, yeah, I can just play that. But then Cold War ended up being just not enough, and so now it's like, yeah, I would actually just rather play this still.
Okay, Groff module.
Nice.
I will say, running around with boxing gloves and fighting NPCs is fun.
That's true. Alright, I picked up Juggernog.
Lucky, I tried the Wonder Fizz, and now I have Mule Kick.
It's a dark, dark day. Chunk. Oh boy.
Chunk.
Ka-chunk. I'm gonna pick up stamina up as well. Oh, I can't pick up stamina because I'm dumb. Large chungles.
You can't pick up stamina because you're dumb. They offered an IQ test and they said you didn't pass. So sorry. All right.
Boy, it is a shame that I don't remember much about this map, because I feel very lost. I think I kind of know where I'm going, but right now I'm in that basement area.
Did you open up this way, or oop? Oh boy. Yeef. Okay. I got a pretty big lag spike.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that happened a lot whenever we were playing this game, where just random big lag spikes.
I can't even stab the zombies right now.
Oh, nice. Alright, hang on. I'll make my way over to you. I gotta...
Oh no, my mule kick.
Oh no.
There's a death machine right here.
I'm looking for just a singular zombie. There we go. I'll just gobble gum. Oh, jeez. I don't want to pick up that death machine yet.
Please don't die.
I was getting worried.
I will enact a plan of vengeance, one I've been thinking about for a very long time.
Oh, that's a whole lot of zombies. So, oh boy. So, it's been an interesting month for company buyouts.
It has.
Yeah. So first Microsoft.
Full,
Actually, I don't
full
remember.
disclosure, okay? Full disclosure. Before we get into this, I do have shares of Activision.
Oh, really? Nice.
uh,
They were
not
forced
going too
upon you.
well, but
So yeah, so Activision Blizzard. I wrote down some of the numbers because these numbers were kind of surprising. Activision Blizzard. So here's you talk about companies that have just way too much money. Activision Blizzard got bought by Microsoft for $68.7 billion.
that's still a pending agreement.
Oh, really?
But it's supposed to happen between June of this year and June of next year.
Oh, so a pretty
so
long
they-
area, but
Yeah.
but it is very likely to happen.
Yeah, unless Congress or the government or someone is like, no, you can't. But
Yeah.
it seems like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I guess depends on what happens to Activision Blizzard during that time. Because anything could happen to them during that time. I mean, look what's happened over the last year and a half or so.
They fail as a company.
Yeah. But then Sony also bought Bungie for 3.6 billion, which is
Seems kind of low.
yeah. I mean, that's still so much money. But like all things considered, although I mean, like the thing is, Bungie, all they have at this point. Okay, I'm just like inside a bunch of robots. Bungie right now is literally just Destiny, and Destiny is actually a pretty big moneymaker at the moment, but it's their only moneymaker. So, versus like Activision Blizzard, they have what they have any of the Activision titles. So yeah, any Call of Duty games. They have World of Warcraft, Diablo, and the new Diablo coming out. They have Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone, StarCraft, Overwatch. Yeah, I mean a whole lot of stuff. And let's not forget Lost Vikings.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
That was like one of Blizzard's like original IPs way back when. And literally no one knows anything about it except that they included some characters from Lost Vikings and Heroes of the Storm, and so they kind of forced people to learn about it. But
The guys learn about our inside jokes.
but so yeah, so it's not surprising that it was a lot lower, but still quite a bit of money. But I mean, that's the crazy thing. Activision was always like, or I keep messing up the names. Bungie was always like, Destiny had big PlayStation exclusives, and
Yeah.
now it's gonna happen again, I guess. Screw all those PC players. Everyone head back to your PlayStations.
Yeah.
Spend
seems-
$4,000 on your PlayStation 5 and sell your
Oh,
firstborn
boy.
child.
Oh. I mean, I was talking about this with my wife this week. She doesn't know much about games, especially like Microsoft versus Sony and stuff like that. But I was saying basically that Microsoft, their entire strategy with Xbox is make Sony the bad guys.
Yeah.
Because they announced that if the deal with Activision Blizzard goes through, they are entirely planning on keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation as well.
Oh, really?
Really.
Really.
So like crossplay and stuff like that, like keeping like putting stuff on, like Minecraft, keeping it on everything. Call of Duty, they're gonna keep releasing stuff. Just be like, yep, Sony's just they're a bunch of bastards. They're divisive within the community, and we're just trying to have everyone be friends.
Mm-hmm.
Them, screw them.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty good strategy because people get really annoyed with exclusivity, so that's smart.
But it seems like Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be an Xbox exclusive.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, so here's an interesting acquisition that I didn't even know either of these two companies still existed. Take-Two bought Zynga for $12.7 billion.
What is Zynga again? I remember the name. I don't remember what they do.
Yeah, I don't remember either. For whatever reason, I want to say that they do something with like like exercise stuff, but I have no idea. I could be 100% off base.
Huh.
By the way, how did we get to Pack-a-Punch again?
We need to do all the graph modules. I landed one just now, and I don't know where it is right now.
Yeah.
Frick, my screen is red. I'm bleeding out.
I will start
where is
looking
it?
around
Okay.
for it.
Okay, I see the light. Is it right upstairs or?
Oh, it's right in front of the.
Okay.
Also, this is kind of interesting. Ubisoft, they're doing great with a lot of their games, Far Cry 6 and all those, but oh, Zynga was social media game developer. That's right, that makes sense. Yeah, I think they did. Were they the ones that did like Farmville and all that? They made a ton of Facebook games. Yeah, that's I remember them for that. I don't remember if they were Farmville or they did. Okay, yeah. So apparently, apparently Zynga still exists. I didn't know anyone still played Facebook games, but yeah.
Are they called meta games now?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I wonder. It's very meta. So Ubisoft, I mean, they're doing great with a lot of their games, but they said like, you know, hey, we're doing great, but you know, we would entertain a an offer if someone wants to buy us out.
Like, hey, if anyone's interested in shoving a briefcase with a $500 million in I guess $500 billion in it our way, fine. We're not gonna argue. But
Yeah.
$500 million, that's chump change.
That's right.
I did like the analysis someone did where if you take Sony's like real value, like their market value, Microsoft has that in cash store.
Wow.
So like obviously it would never happen, but technically speaking, if there were no like antitrust like legislation, Microsoft could buy Sony.
Really? Wow.
Really?
And then we would just have like the mega gaming conglomerate.
Like, hey, we got 2 consoles.
Imagine that would be pretty awkward for Bungie though. They're like, you know, all right, Activision, we're done with you. We're going on our own. And then like a year later, it's like, hey, Activision, how you doing? Oh, geez, why are these guys still hitting me?
They're the new generation. Someone's got to do the Scooby-Doo announcer.
Yes. Yeah, I can't wait to download that mod. Just change the announcer to Scooby-Doo.
Fetch me their Scooby snacks.
Beautiful.
Okay,
I
final
opened up
graph
there by
module.
double tap, so
Alright, so up these stairs, let's see.
these stairs. Wow, I have like no money.
Boop. And I have like 9,000. Yeah, thanks for carrying me, Alex.
It's a good portion of that is because I've bought some perks and I did the box a lot, so.
And I'm just running around with my L4 Siege.
L4 Siege.
This week, I actually bought my first ever Mario Party game that I owned.
Oh, really? Which one did you get?
The
new
Superstar.
one?
Yeah,
Nice.
whatever it's called.
Yeah, I gotta pick that one up. That one seems like genuinely very good.
Shoot, it's already red.
Oh boy.
I'm interested to, I mean, because I haven't played the other Switch version. I'm interested to see which one's actually better.
Yeah, it's the other Switch version is not amazing. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not like it's like this terrible thing, but it's definitely lacking.
Okay, I mean, because Jesse and I were kind of just like, huh, why are there only 5 maps? Is that normal?
Yeah.
Like, how many maps are usually in a Mario Party game?
Well, it's regular Mario Party games I think actually have like 6 maps usually.
They're holding out on us.
But it's the Super Mario Party only had 4 maps, as well as having less mini games than or party games than any of the other ones have had. So like, it was kind of like, wow, that's nice of you to just completely hold out on us, Nintendo.
Thanks. Okay. So we can go to Pack-a-Punch whenever.
All right. I kind of want to get a better weapon than the Man of War, but it's not bad. I guess
Yeah,
a better
no
weapon than the
better
Shiva, I should say.
No. Yeah, how dare you disrespect the Shiva? Where is the box, by the way?
I don't know.
That like almost spawned, like the one right before.
It might be. Let us find out.
Oh yeah, those smooth, butter smooth frames.
Yeah, I got the frame drop there too. Let's see. It looks like it's upstairs or downstairs. I'll check. Yeah, you go that way.
Yeah, it's right here. Like the balcony right above spawn. I got the HG40 and the L4 Siege.
Nice.
Now we have the SVG.
Why did Twitch end your subscription to the channel midstream? Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't notice that in the stuff there. That's pretty odd.
Hi there, Fire Lord,
Yeah,
my best
howdy.
buddy.
How are things, Fire Lord?
Dr. Monty coming in.
Oh jeez, I'm out of
Imagine-
ammo. I might need some help here.
Imagine if Revelations was the last map in this storyline, and it's just like, yeah, one map before Revelations, they introduced the antagonist of the story.
Yeah. That'd be great. I got the Shadow Claw dual wield. I don't remember what this weapon does, but it's cool looking.
When you Pack-a-Punch it, it acts like the ballistic knife.
Oh really? Oh, like revives and everything?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
If you want to grab
then.
that, you can. Yeah, but you get like 200 shots with it. You can't miss.
Oh, I got the PPSH and the Weevil, so I'll try this again one more time, but I think I'm good.
Things are going pretty good, Fire Lord.
That is a good thing to hear. Wow, another insta-kill. Very glad to hear that you're doing well. I don't want the Dracon. Screw you, game.
Are things going well with us, or are we dying?
I don't know. I guess we should head to Pack-a-Punch if you're ready.
Give me one more try.
Alright.
You're supposed to yell at me and say no. Tell me I'm dumb. Okay. Got the MX Grand.
Nice. It's very grand. I'm just gonna follow you because I don't know where to go.
Okay. I'm gonna executive decision. We'll do the one by power.
All right. Where's Speed Cola, by the way?
That is left. Okay, we can do the
Listen out for radios and things.
can do the shortcut. Whee! Run through. Don't get crushed.
It's so scary.
Did you get crushed?
Yes, I'm dead at the moment. I'm your
are you
ghost
dead?
haunting you.
Spoopy.
Woo, woo, and so on.
Ooh woo. And so
I am the ghost that says ooh woo. Oh, this is a nice spot here.
okay. I'm dead.
Alright, hang on. I gotta.
Dang, diggity darn.
Oh.
I should have used in plain sight, but I did not. Boom, bum, ba-dum. Okay, I'll throw a monkey. Yeah. You have monkeys too?
Yeah, monkey buddies. Do you want to get more perks again, or?
I'll just. If we can get me some jug, that would be
Alright.
grand.
And the grand.
Already have that. And then we can go to Pack-a-Punch.
Oh no.
Oh
Jeez.
shoot.
I know. Damn it. Wow, wonderful. All right, let's do an easier map because apparently
Yeah,
we both
fine.
suck.
Fine. Well, how long is the streaming going?
45 minutes.
Okay.
We could do like the giant or something. I swear to everyone watching, Joe and I used to be very good at this game. we
Like for you.
yeah, we had a thing going that we actually almost did in every map. Where what was it, round 40 or 50 that we were trying to get to?
I think it was 50.
Yeah, so we were trying to get to round 50 in every single map, and we ended up doing it in a lot of maps. I wish there
We
was
did like a 75 on co-op in Revelations.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whoops. Do not start. Yeah. Revelations. Hang on. I'm gonna switch to the good gobblegums. My multi special. We in Revelations we had done a around 75 game, took like 5 hours. And then solo I did a like 130 game, I think, in Revelations.
And I'm a scrub who only has 106.
Oh, you idiot! No. It's a very easy map. There's a really good strategy. Although I mean, it's funny, the strategy that we did for the the strategy that we did for what's it called for multiplayer Revelations took a really long time.
Yeah. It was actually an active strategy rather than just sit in a corner.
Yeah, we actually like had to play the game, and but you know, by proxy that meant it was actually kind of fun. But
Dang. And then every like 4 rounds you'd get an alchemical, and then we just
yeah, and it'd be like, all right, back to full ammo and everything, and you know, we
I would come sit in your portals. That like 2 minutes that you have.
Yep. And of
That was
course,
fun. That
we
was
were
really
thinking, you know, when we did that, it was like we were thinking, okay, this is probably like, you know, the next Zombies game. This is the last time they're gonna allow something to be so overpowered. And then Cold War came out, and at every single map, there's like 20 strategies to just AFK in one spot and survive to, you know, hundreds. But you know, they'll never make that mistake again.
I'm really glad they finally added PhD,
Yes.
and by by proxy they completely broke the game with the last update.
Yeah.
Like,
'cause,
okay.
Yeah, now it's just slide into zombies instead of fall from a distance. Like significantly more powerful.
And also I'm also sort of alluding to the explosive weapons just sit in a corner and
Yep.
point at your feet. With,
yeah.
with
Yeah, because that
Mule
prevents
Kick.
ray gun, right?
Yeah, with Mule Kick, it like all the zombies drop ammo, so it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. The power scaling got a little wacky in that game. That's for anyone who doesn't know what power scaling is. It's essentially it's something that happens in any game that lasts for quite a while, where the developers start adding new things, and in order to make these things worth it, they have to make them powerful. And so you end up getting this new perk upgrade that's like, you know, oh hey, this now you get extra health, and it's like, well, they need to make it like a realistic, reasonable amount of extra health for it to actually be worth taking. So they end up making it like, you know, you end up getting like 2 extra hits, and then the next upgrades come out and they're like, okay, well, now that needs to be more powerful than the last one, so now you can also heal on every melee, and like it gets crazier and crazier to the point where you can just become infinitely self-sustainable.
And then they made the wonder weapon in the last map a melee weapon.
Yeah, they made it a melee weapon, so you're just swinging around, just infinite health, and it's like the power scaling, it happens in every game that that you'll play that ends up having an upgrade system. Destiny is, I think, one of like the biggest examples of it, where like they in the recent season. And I'm saying this as it is literally a week before Witch Queen drops, so the next season will then be then. But in the previous season, they introduced this thing called particle deconstruction, which is you put it on a piece of gear, and then a certain weapon that you use, like a certain weapon type, will whenever you use it on enemies, it'll make them take like 10% extra damage, and it stacks up to 5 times. So like 50% extra damage, and for like 20 seconds, and it's literally just refreshed by getting hit by the weapon. It's a fusion rifle, And so it basically means everyone has to use a fusion rifle, like no matter what. But the part that goes crazy about it is that, I mean, you know, this is power scaling to the nth degree, because now all of a sudden you're like, your every bit of content is like 50% easier, because just bring a fusion rifle with you and you're just gonna blast everything into oblivion. So it's pretty silly. I enjoy power scaling just as a concept, because it's such an easy mistake to make, to let a game like power scale, power creep, and just get crazy. The best way to fix it is the thing that people don't like, but it's very important in games, is nerfs. It's nerf or nothing. Boo hiss.
When I make when we make games, I'm just gonna let it go crazy.
Just let us scale out of control. I mean, that's what, you know, that's what happened to Elder Scrolls Online. You know, you're level 1. Oh, hey, this thing gives you 4,438 of strength. Is that a good thing? Is that a lot? That sounds like a lot, but it turns out that only adds like 3 damage.
You're only level 2.
Yeah, you're only level 2. How are you supposed to know what that even means? So, you know, power scaling and power creep is
Quit
bad.
it! Quit it! They're gonna come for us again.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry to all of you 3 people that play Elder Scrolls Online. I didn't mean to offend. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever discussed that on this Twitch channel, but so Joe and I I called it the new generation of Bill A Dude videos. So my YouTube channel, Bill A Dude, is where a lot of my videos get uploaded, and Joe and I have made videos there for a very, very long time. I shall talk about it again.
I feel like you can add like multiple in between generations, like
Oh yeah, there have been
probably like 3 or 4 different series of Bill A Dude videos.
Yeah, there have been so many generations of Bill A Dude videos, but like the most recent one was where we did like Fallout 4 and then Destiny and all those games. And I really enjoyed that generation. I think that stuff, those were like genuinely good. Oh, this is a max ammo here. I am a fool. But I thought they were like genuinely very good. Rewatching a lot of the older videos, it's like, oh yeah, no, those ones weren't great. But the newest generation was pretty darn good. But we had also made, Joe had showed me Elder Scrolls Online, and I talked about it a bit because I was like, hey, like we played it and I talked about it while we were playing it. Like these are big problems, like, you know, constantly getting attacked by the law if you accidentally attack an NPC somewhere. Granted, I didn't accidentally attack them, but in general, if you were to accidentally attack, but like all sorts of just weird, annoying things in the game, but the biggest of them being just the ridiculous power creep and power scaling. Just no bueno. But you know, it's a very silly game. I don't actually hate Elder Scrolls Online. I like to make fun of it a lot because it's very easy to pick on.
Yeah, I have owned it for many years, and I don't think I've played enough of it to fully understand what's going on ever.
Yeah.
So, if you enjoy it, good on you. But
Yeah.
I don't. I got too bored with it too quickly.
Yeah, I can respect someone who enjoys a game despite all of its flaws. And boy, are there flaws in Elder Scrolls Online. But you know what? That's a-okay. It's okay for a game to have flaws. You don't want it to have flaws. I mean, you know, don't be like, yeah, this game has flaws and that's a good thing. Just be like if a game has flaws, that's fine. That just means it is a product of a human. So,
Hey man, every game has flaws, except Terraria.
Except Terraria. Yeah.
I saw today that they're doing the one final pass, like basically like
the one final pass,
like,
for the for real this time. Really the final
for
pass.
real this time. But today Redigit tweeted like being like, hey, it's like I'm really trying very hard not to make this into 1.5.
Swim in their blood.
Like, okay.
Yeah. I love Terraria devs. They just keep going. They don't stop.
I can't stop it. I have a real problem.
They're addicted to making their game better.
Like, stop making the perfect game, guys. It's ridiculous. You're making the bar too high for devs who are trying to get in.
Yeah, for people like us who are we're new to the game development market. You're making it too good.
People are gonna keep expecting these amazing games. We should probably open Pack-a-Punch at some point.
Nah. Yeah, I'm getting
Can you
one
buy?
of the teleports.
Can you go buy both doors, please?
Yeah, let me link the mainframe.
All right. If you
Hacking
get
the
over there,
mainframe.
if you get over there in time, then I'll open the other one.
All right.
Like I'm in the room. I'll just initiate the link, and then you can immediately open it.
There's a max ammo down here.
Remember back in 2010 when we would camp in the teleporters?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember we had some crazy strats for this game back in the day. Another one being that you would kite in that big hallway area, or that big area by the teleporter you're nearby, or you were nearby, and I would hang out on the rafters. And it never ever went wrong, other than all those times that it did.
Every single time. I always thought I was way
Hey,
better
Joe.
at this game than I thought.
Even know who crafted these machines?
Wow.
Here, I actually have another
dang. For me?
one. Is for me? Yeah, I used to think that I was so great at this game, and then
I
we
didn't
had
get to rank 20.
Yeah, wow.
What happened? We ended up doing what?
Oh, well, just nowadays, like, getting to round 20 is like, oh, geez, how could we only get to round 20?
Such suck.
Yes. Ultimate
I got the
depression.
dingo and the BRM. BMR.
Oh, boy.
Gonna run around with. What was it? What were the LMGs on Black Ops 1 called?
HK-21 and RPK.
Wow. You remember? I was like barely. I think I could have gotten RPK, but I don't think I'd ever get the HK.
Yeah, I think the only reason why I remember the HK is because of I don't know if you remember, Anthony would always so yeah, our friend Anthony. I mean, you know, so for anyone who doesn't know, the HK-21 was the most ammo in any of the guns in Black Ops 1. It was a massive LMG. And also did very low damage and shot very slowly. And for whatever reason, the way Anthony would play he doesn't do this now, by the way. He plays very well now, but back in the day he would shoot one bullet at a time. And so he would, you know, get this LMG, and he would always just bam, 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 bam. Like, it was pretty silly. But he wasn't doing it ironically.
I think we all kind of sucked at video games back then.
Oh yeah, none of us were very good. I mean, I someday I need to get the clips of our Vault of Glass that we did with you, other Joe, me, Anthony, his brother, and his dad, because it was pretty great. Great as in like funny to watch, but not great as in like good skill.
I'm honestly surprised we ever finished any of the raids.
Oh, same here. It's a testament both to how kind of easy the game was, and also to how much determination we had. We didn't give up.
We
Never
didn't
give up.
surrender.
Never surrender.
By Grabthar's hammer.
By Grabthar's hammer. What a
What a
savings.
savings. Poor Professor Snape.
Yes. It was such a good movie.
I remember when he died. Like,
Yeah, it
I
was
was
sad.
I was sitting in gym class and people were like, "Oh man, the Professor Snape died." I'm like, "What?"
Like, yeah, I remember that moment from the movies too, and then like, oh.
I'm like, no. I cried when Willy Wonka died.
Yeah. Where were you when Willy Wonka died? I was at home eating Dorito chip. I got call on phone. Willy Wonka is killed. No.
No. But unironically, I was driving to college, and on the radio they were like, they played what's the song he sings?
A world
World.
of pure imagination.
Yep.
Oh, that would make me tear up. That would be really sad.
So much damage for such a lightweight weapon.
A world of pure imagination.
A world.
World.
An art they will submit.
I'm starting to feel like I'm having like the same build as I did last time. I'm starting to get the same weapons. And the XM53, wonderful rocket launcher. So, are you excited, Joe, about all of the many, like actually potentially really good games coming out this month? I shouldn't say potentially. I mean, some of them have already come out, but
Potentially coming out. Huh? I was that excited. Could you go down the list? Because I honestly don't know what's coming out at
Yeah.
all this month.
One moment, let me
No.
I should not have picked up that perkaholic. That was not smart. I literally just got 2 more perks.
Good job. Yeah, there's no widows in this map, is there?
Yeah, there's nothing, not even a stamina up.
Not even a juggernaut. There's not a stamina.
No, that was kind of surprising to me too.
But isn't it a possible thing from the Easter egg?
I don't know. It might be. I mean, Deadshot is in here apparently. I don't remember where you picked that up, but
It's one of the Easter egg perks.
yeah.
You do the laser thing. I don't remember how to do that, honestly.
Yeah.
Did I ever learn? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I don't even remember half the things they did with this map. So games coming out this month. So I mean, some of the ones have already released. Lost Ark just came out, which apparently has been having huge server woes, but it's also at the moment it is the second most played game on Steam. 1.3 million concurrent players, which is pretty staggering. Although I will say, for context, like, or not exactly, kind of for context, but just in general, like, you know, these last 2 years have been kind of rough on everyone, and everyone's been home for a very long time, and so you know, a lot more people picked up playing games these last few years. So a game topping the charts and being the most played game on Steam, you may as well say the most played within the last year or two, because it doesn't really apply as well before, you know, pre-COVID. I gotta be careful. Apparently they have systems in place to check if people say the word COVID and it bans their video. I don't know, like, there's apparently, if you COVID is like one of the words. It's like if you say a swear within the first minute of a video, then it can't get monetized. Apparently they added COVID to that list. I don't know, but
It's a swear.
I mustn't say that word. But anyways, but yeah, they actually just recently bought some new servers. But Lost Ark came out in 2019 in South Korea, but it released for the rest of the world just a few days ago, and it's just another Diablo clone. But apparently people really like it, so I'll take their word for it.
I guess I'll try it
you
out.
should take a look.
I've enjoyed Poe a lot.
Yeah.
I haven't played in a few years at this point, but yeah.
But yeah, then jeez, I keep just getting every oh, I got the dredge. I keep getting every LMG. let's see what other games. So there's also Elden Ring, which I am excited about, and if you watch this channel regularly, you'd best be excited about too, because we're going to be playing the crap out of that game when it comes out.
Better be excited.
Be excited now. Dying Light 2 came out. That one was pretty exciting for a lot of people. I'm not a Dying Light person, but a lot of people got very hyped about that.
Only heard about Dying Light when I saw the second trailer at E3 a couple. How long ago?
Yeah, yeah. I barely even knew anything about it, and then all of a sudden people were like, "Wow, it's finally released." I'm like, "What?" Barely even knew there was the first one.
Oh.
But then Horizon Forbidden West, that's either the sequel or another patch or something, like a big patch to Horizon Zero Dawn. So you know, for people that enjoy that, I guess, you know, it's been getting good reviews apparently, so exciting, I suppose. I don't know, I'm not too into some of these games, but Sea of Thieves got a new big update, a big story update. That's pretty exciting. Elden Ring is coming out a second time. No, Destiny 2 Witch Queen is coming out next week on the 22nd. It's coming out 2/22 in the year 2022.
Is that's Tuesday?
Yes, and it's Tuesday. And I was watching Grenader Jake, and he just hit 2,222 carries to the lighthouse. So he made sure not to get any more for the rest of the weekend, so that so that he can maintain that. But yeah, so pretty cool.
I've never been there once.
Same here, yeah.
We got so close one time.
Yeah.
Then you broke your house.
Yeah, I'm happy to just not be doing trials or Destiny PvP in general anymore.
I miss it. I honestly miss it. It was so fun back in the day.
I end up watching gameplay of it, and I'm like, oh man, I want to play Destiny 2 PvP. And then I play it, and I'm like, wow, this is like miserable. I actively want to not play video games ever again.
Well, I think I need to put an asterisk on that and say I want to play Destiny 1 PvP again, back the way it used to be.
Yeah, Destiny 1 PvP was pretty alright. it was not too bad. Also, WoW patch 9.2 for any of you people that still play WoW. I'm not too excited about it because I'm more excited about Elden Ring, but you know, I mean, it's more content for WoW, so I guess that's good.
And you Xbox players, you keep an eye out for when that comes out in 10 years?
Yeah, yeah. WoW on the Xbox Games Pass, and you know, download on your Xbox 360. Wait.
They wrapped back around. Xbox One, Xbox Series, what?
Yeah, hey, it makes sense because it's the 360. So when you see an Xbox 360, you do a 360 and you walk away.
You step on it.
Yeah, you walk over it.
How hard is it to get a Wunderwaffe?
Probably very hard because I just got one.
Damn it. Me with my stupid ass ray gun.
So there's other games coming out too, but games that I hadn't heard of them before, and so they didn't really seem like big news, but they might be. You know, I don't exactly have my finger on the pulse of what's the most popular in gaming. So
I mean, I guess I'm just like completely out of the loop because I didn't know any of these games basically.
Not even
the only
Elden
games
Ring?
I'm excited. Not really. Not until like last month. I'd even heard of it. The only game I'm excited for this year is Starfield, but you know I might play some other games. It's coming out at the end of this year, I think.
Nice.
Pew pew. I hope it's good.
Yeah, that would be advantageous.
First good Bethesda game since 2016. Depending on what you consider good, it might be even farther back, like 2011. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but Bethesda is been having some troubles. It just works though.
I mean, at least Todd was like, yeah, we realized 76 was a bad game. We should
But
not
how
have
could it
spent
be
that
bad?
time.
We added in 16 times the detail and 8 times the map.
That's 256 times the.
Oh, so have you watched? I can't remember the. I think the channel's name is Joshua Isaac something. He did a big analysis on New World, and it was fascinating. For anyone who doesn't know what New World is, which would be surprising, New World was Amazon's latest new MMO, and they had to essentially completely redo like the entire game's progression a single year before it went live. And for anyone who has ever worked on an MMO, which should be zero of you, but you know, just for anyone who has any knowledge of what it is
You
like.
should not be working.
Yeah, MMOs take a lot of work. They are pretty large games, and they need a pretty large team. And having to redo the entire end game just 1 year before the game goes live is very concerning. And so essentially the problem was that the game was designed to be a PvP open world game where it's just you align with the team and you fight other teams, and just a lot of PvP MMO is essentially just what it was. And then they realized, like, oh wow, the only people that are going to play this are going to be the people who are like really good and the people who like want to dunk on people who aren't very good, which are not going to be playing very much anymore. And so the game itself is going to go down to like just like a few thousand people, and then the game systems won't work. So we need to add PvE. But because it's Amazon and because they have a habit of doing everything, as lazily as possible, it ended up being really crappy PvE content to the point where it's essentially just there to level up and then like never do it again. And the game's economy is completely busted because they don't have a PTR, so every change they do goes live as is. And so
That hurts.
yeah, it's not good. And so the game is just super buggy. It's hit all-time lows with servers that have literally 12 people on them. Or no, I think the lowest is like 5 people on a server at any given time, which is just like that's the peak, and that's that's really bad. And so then they were eventually like, hey, we're going to go ahead and add in a PTR so that we can actually, people can test this stuff out. We can test things out. And then they still were releasing stuff to live, like hidden changes that they were doing not on the PTR whenever the big content updates came out. And so it was still breaking the game completely because I don't know. I mean, I know, not to pull the whole, I know someone that, but like I know someone who works at Blizzard and like a very, very high up at Blizzard. And they know several people that went to Amazon Studios that worked on that game that aren't like, they're not bad. They're not bad programmers. Like they know what they're doing. They're really experienced. So how in the world did all of this happen? Like, all I can think of is that Amazon literally did not want to spend the money on another server to allow them to do PTR. So like, it's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre. Oh, come on, don't you dare.
As if this is.
Apparently when you're picking up a gobblegum, you just slow down to crawl speed, so.
You get in the crawl space.
Yeah, just hide in the crawl space.
As if the failure of this game would really affect their bottom line, but.
Oh yeah, I mean Amazon is still doing fine, but it's just another in a long line of huge failures by Amazon to make games. Like, because they made they weren't Battleborn. What was the game that they had made? By the way, do we want to do a different map that would be even easier than just the giant? I mean, we had a good time. I think we both just kind of got unlucky there, but
yeah, you want to do Kino?
yeah.
I don't remember.
Let me see. Amazon games. Apparently, people think Amazon made Lost Ark.
Amazon made Ark Survival Evolved.
They made Airport Mania. But let's see. They did Dragon's Lair. Where in the world?
When I think Amazon, I don't think video games.
No, they're not particularly. What in the world was it? Breakaway?
We need to get the power.
Oh
Release
yeah.
a console at one point.
Oh yeah, I think so. Oops. Hi.
Whoa.
Oh, I see you got the quick revive points, you monster. Hey, now you guys can see it. You guys can compare and contrast our our Minecraft map. Here,
Did
I got
something
an
is
extra
good.
credit. So as soon as
But,
we get some, yeah, I think like in terms of visually, we made the map look pretty good. It's just gameplay wise, you know, left a bit to
Yeah.
be desired. Oh, did you hear, Joe, about Halo Infinite having possibly having a Forge mode?
I saw that you wrote about that, but
Wow.
I had not heard about it from the actual grapevine. I heard about it from someone who picked off the grapevine.
Yes, yeah. It's pretty cool. Forge mode is really awesome for anyone who's unfamiliar with it. Forge mode is Halo's premier content, in my mind. It's where you can you essentially just create your own Halo maps. So I mean, you can do like I made the really awesome was it Traffic Jam?
Yeah.
Which is a game you're like in this like circular arena with a hole in the center, and you have to push each other off, and whoever's last person on there wins. And there's like eventually kill balls start coming in, and kill balls, if they hit you, they just instantly kill you, and they kind of roll around, and there's like a bunch of other obstacles. So it's awesome. But you know, Forge mode is where I spent the most time, my most time playing Halo. Wow, I'm knifing very fast.
And I think I have more time playing the first flood mission of Halo 3 than all of the rest of Halo.
Nice. Hey, that's... Oh, I'm gonna die. That's a pretty good one to do, I guess. If there was ever a mission to play constantly. Okay, I have an extra credit for both of us. Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
will
drop two
use
for
it.
you.
I'll use it for my
There's another one for
494
you up here.
CS class. Hee hee. Hee hee. Yeah, so I mean, not to derail the conversation, but I mean, as I've discussed previously, I don't know if we were actually live, but doing school things. Oops, I opened the other.
That's fine. We'll just both go in from the other side because we got lots of money.
I'm doing my senior project class. Because I have to do a class that's doing programming with other people. Because for some reason you're gonna do that in real life.
Disgusting.
Ugh.
Never.
And so we have a client, which is another. Like, we have a professor that's actually running the class, and we have another professor who we're supposed to be working for, to get stuff done. And it's 4 weeks into the semester. We've emailed him about 6 times, and he hasn't answered us. Like, huh. Yeah, thanks.
Concerning.
So, I mean, it's just on us to start learning these systems that we will eventually implement once we actually get a response from him. But yeah.
I hate having like teachers that just don't. They just don't like. You know, I have 2 teachers because it's like my school does we do terms, 8-week terms. And one class per term is a part-time student, 2 classes is a full-time student, and it's 2 terms per trimester, and so you end up getting 6 terms across the entire year. And so I have, in the past, I have had teachers that just really, you can tell they just really don't care. They're just kind of going along with emotions. But like this semester, I have one teacher who is like, he's just using tutorials that he just kind of found online. We're using a version of Unreal Engine that's like 4 or 5 years old, which means I had to download Visual Studio 2017 to use it. Even though I Visual Studio's up to 2021 now, and all of his tutorials end up being really wacky and most of the time wrong. And then I have another teacher that's like he literally makes the tutorials like a week before the assignment is assigned.
Sorry guys, my tutorial's late.
Yeah, he makes these tutorials like personally, and like, you know, when it like, so he makes sure they're all right. He actually knows how to do them. He also does live streams multiple times every week, where people can just ask him questions, and he just will mess around with stuff. Or if people have something they want to see, he'll be like, all right, this is how you do it. He does he like for one of our assignments, he specifically made a YouTube video for every single one of them where he played through it and then gave feedback. And it's like, wow, why can't all teachers be like really cool like that? And then you get these teachers where they're just like, yeah, you just figure it out by yourself, I suppose. Yeah, this is zombies. We're doing some Black Ops 3 zombies, and unfortunately, not really showing our zombie skills very well because we keep dying.
Yeah,
you know,
died.
in the past, we've done very well. I swear to you.
Trust us.
Yeah, I think probably our best accomplishments were like round 50 in Nocturne Toten, which has no perks and no well, I guess no, because we got Perkaholic, but has no Pack-a-Punch.
They have a Wonder Fizz in the Black Ops 3 version.
Oh yeah, so you can kind of catch up.
Kind of easy.
But even still, it's a very small map, and you kind of can't really kite in there. But
I'd love to thank you again for carrying me around.
Oh yeah.
Died about a dozen times on the way. It's fine. It's fine. It still counted for me.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
It was our shared achievement.
Yes.
One of us totally didn't carry the other.
Oh, MP40, it's so great because you can. I mean, it is good, but it's also a wall weapon. Because this ain't Black Ops. I want to do Black Ops Cold War sometime, just to kind of showcase like how ridiculous that game is. You know, we were talking about power creep, and that game is like one of the perfect examples of just massive power creep. I was talking earlier about the perk stuff, but like, it just you literally, the weapon that you start with can be your only weapon, and you can still get to like hundreds of rounds without any problem. It's ridiculous.
Now, why do you think that is an issue?
I do like how they did the armor in.
I mostly do. I think it might be a bit too easy sometimes.
It's. I think I should say I like it as compared to stupid shields from this
yeah,
game.
that's true.
Sorry, I'm just like not letting you try the box. It's all mine.
I guess our cats are getting fed.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
They are all like meow and such.
Meow and such. My one cat said meow, my other cat said such.
It's a team effort.
Now, I know you're a dog person, Alex.
Yeah.
But you're wrong.
But you're stupid.
I had a dog growing up. I like dogs a lot, but I feel like cats are more manageable.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the thing, is that a dog, you end up spending a lot of time and often, depending on the dog, I suppose, a lot of money, but like a lot of focus on them. Whereas cats, you just kind of let them live their life. They'll let you live yours sometimes.
Sometimes. My one cat, Stegosaurus, she's a small baby, and she doesn't like being left alone in the morning. So like when she wakes up is when we wake up. A lot of the times, like
Nice.
she's like, guys, I'm lonely. I'm like, we only slept 6 hours. Please. I'm already tired from long days of programming. I work my hands to the bone writing Java for you, and you don't even care.
Whereas if you were doing it in Python, you would be resting easy.
I would. I honestly. I mean, I don't know. I've been feeling pretty okay writing Java this semester.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
definitely not.
Java
Definitely not
is,
my favorite.
yeah, it's a weird one because it's like when you understand it, it's not the worst, but I think it takes so long to do the most simple thing in Java, versus, I mean, some other, I guess C++ is kind of similar where it's like, it's pretty complex to do a lot of things. C# is a good medium between Python and Java, I feel, but
I'm trying to think of what other languages I've been working with recently. Last
HTML's not too bad
semester.
either, but yeah.
How dare you say that?
How dare you use that in the same in the same sentence as
Just because the L stands for language does not mean it's a programming language.
Kick his ass. Time to make some noise.
When did you do HTML as a game developer?
Honestly, I don't know why we had to do it, but one of my classes we had to make a website, and so I had to do HTML as well as CSS.
I feel like that would have been valuable for me, but I've never used CSS. I have barely used JavaScript. And the HTML I did was essentially hacking a website to make it look like another website.
Nice.
Yeah, yes.
My sister actually knew more about HTML than me, because she had made websites in the past. But yeah, I honestly, it's not bad. CSS also not too bad. But yeah.
What's her rate for making websites?
I'll give me $5 and
And she'll do it.
seems like a fair deal. $5 and a steak dinner.
Wow.
Actually, I guess you
How
could
good
just spend the
steak that
$5 on like an alcoholic drink there, and that'll be fine too.
Ain't gonna know what hit him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have a degree in computer science, but I've never made a website.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not too hard once you kind of learn a lot of the stuff. One of the most annoying things is just finding a good way to host it, because you got to pay money for a lot of hosting things, and any of the free things you end up having to have like this string of numbers afterwards. And you know, for an official website, you don't really want to make it look like it's a spam website. I'm gonna get some malware for you.
We talked about Amazon already, and I think game developing is kind of crap, but I've heard good things about AWS.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good. We use that at the company that I work at. So, and it's a lot of data.
The company TM.
The company TM. Yeah, I won't say the name because it's a secret. I mean, you know which one, Joe. But
I don't remember their name.
Yeah. But we will call it the company. Oh, I heard a loud meow there.
Guess which of my cats that was?
Is that Stegosaurus?
That was my wife. Our other cat Pip is he's very people-y. He likes being near people, and so whenever my wife makes that noise, our cat will come to her, being like, "Are you okay? What's up?" He comes and comforts her, makes sure she's doing okay.
It's very nice of him. Oh, I got an M14.
I got Olympia. No, I don't.
That'll keep him out.
Yeah, I always loved the M14. Like, I mean, obviously, like it was a decent weapon in the in Black Ops 1, but not like a weapon you'd use at endgame. You know, you'd use that early on, but then in this game, they made it into like the most powerful gun in the game by far. Pew, pew, pew. Joe, did you hear the good news about Fortnite?
John Cena's in Fortnite?
That's right. Well, not. I don't think he is in yet, but I think they're talking about they're going to add Mr. Cena into Fortnite.
Fartnart.
So very exciting.
I'm gonna spill their
John,
guts all
he's
over the
the
place.
funny, you are unable to cast your line of sight upon me guy.
Zombie, wanna try out my new gun?
Quite.
No more nice guy, bone jaws.
So I have I actually ended up having to go in. I told you, Joe, that I rewatched a bunch of my old videos, right? Like recently.
Yeah.
So, I had there was a time when I was making these videos where I was super obsessed with the John Cena meme. You know, I mean, and it's like it was a funny meme. It just got overdone, but like and not saying when I used it was funny. I mean, just the meme itself. That was the whole like, you know, the phone call, the prank phone call, and then I'm looking for Champ. Who's Champ? The champion this Sunday, John Cena. You know, and then they play the music and it goes nuts, and it's pretty funny, it's pretty comical. But then that became like a huge thing, and I used it in a bunch of my videos, and it's like at the time I was like, this is so funny, and then looking back I'm like, this is so unfunny. But but like it ended up, I had one of them that it was so like just awful, like unfunny and cringy and everything, that I actually used the freaking YouTube editor to cut it out of the video. That's
Wow.
how desperate I am. But yeah, it was basically I did it on a bunch of videos. I had the Smash Brothers Melee and Smash Brothers Brawl videos. And I did it on both of those two when it was like the end of the game, and it was like, this game's winner is John Cena, and you know, oh funny, everyone slap your knees. But it like it wasn't very funny, and I guess at the time I thought it was. So I ended up having to edit that out because I was like, if anyone sees this, I'm ruined. But it was definitely not good.
Now that you've done that, we're gonna get so many subscribers.
That's right. That's what's been holding me back the whole time. No, I've half a mind to put pretty much all of those videos in private, because the recent ones, starting from the Fallout 4 video and going on, are like, again, I think those are genuinely good, very funny.
Yeah.
But
I like old new Bill A. Dude.
Yeah. But the
new Bill A. Dude has been pretty fun too.
Yeah. Well, and with stuff like this will be pretty fun. I do think too. So this is the new direction for the quote unquote podcast, but like I want to I would like to be able to use clips from this in the on the main channel. What? Oh, Thundergun. I love it in your video of that when I scream Thundergun. It's like it's like a jump scare. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare.
I tried but I'm just really bad at editing.
It's your editing is great. It was just, I think it was just because I screamed into the mic when I did it. But anyways.
If anyone has any feedback on the latest YouTube thumbnail of this podcast,
yeah, the BioShock Infinite one.
I spent more time than was necessary on that. I also would like to shout out the editing software I used, because they have a really fancy suite. I think it's called Photopea. I was calling it Photopea, and then my wife was like, it's just the word pea, like green peas. Like, yeah. Because I'm illiterate, if you didn't know.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I would probably end up calling that Photopea, honestly, too, just because it would be like, why would you call it Photopea? That doesn't make any sense. Surely it must be Pia.
It's free to use. They put banner ads, but you know, it's whatever. But like, just the magic cut select tool in and of itself is like, holy crap, this is like 8 times better than GIMP, which is the other software I would have used. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all of the thumbnails previously have been by me using Photoshop, but Joe did make the BioShock Infinite one, and if you guys like it, you know, he can make more. Honestly, Joe and I can like kind of take turns making them. You know, one of us can just make them primarily if people decide like they like one more than the other, like way more than the other type. So. You know, we're trying our hardest to make the channel a lot more interesting, because as a and by the channel I mean the Twitch channel and all 3 YouTube channels. Well, I guess 2, because the stream archive I don't expect to get a whole ton of views there. That's more for just anyone that wants to watch the streams that missed them. But the podcast channel and the regular channel where we're uploading clips and then also some edited stuff at some point. You know, we want those videos to be, or we want those channels to grow as well as this Twitch channel.
I got the Mark II and the Thunder Gun.
I forgot that was a thing in this game. Do you want to teleport at some point?
Yeah, okay. Owned.
But, so, I don't remember what I was saying.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought.
Where did it go?
Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Oh yeah, so just, you know, any feedback, obviously, in general is helpful, but, you know, keep sharing the channel. I don't normally give any sort of emphasis on, like, sharing the channel and, like, comment, subscribe, and all that, but I am doing that now because I do really want these channels to do well. I want them to be able to, succeed. And we've been working hard the last, like, week. I mean, again, after last week's podcast, Joe and I ended up having, like, an hour-and-a-half long conversation. And I feel really bad because I had said, hey, do you have, like, a few minutes afterwards? And Joe's like, sure. And then, you know, hour-and-a-half later. But, we're trying to just do what we can to the channel, to all of the channels, to make them more interesting. And to make them like something that people really want to come in and watch. So
I wanna be your friend, neighbor. I wanna be the Mr. Rogers if you said that. Sounds really weird.
yeah.
I don't know why. No, I don't. I really don't.
It seems like quite a burden. Yeah.
But yeah.
So go ahead and let us know with some feedback. And something I was saying earlier, and I lost my train of thought with this as well. I not only are there going to be clips from this uploaded, but I might upload longer segments, like somewhat edited segments, onto YouTube. May even do a full edit of the entire thing, like a short edit. I don't know, but probably not. But like, you know, if there are certain topics that I want to highlight, I might, you know, like in a longer segment, I might end up highlighting that. Or just if there was like a pretty silly, like 5-minute sequence, might put that together into a video, upload it, edit it a little bit. Who knows? So.
Keep breaking time. I'm telling you, we're out of time, Alex. No, let's see. And if none of this works, if our hard work goes unnoticed, I'm gonna get a software engineering job, hopefully in the next couple of years, and then I can buy subscribers for this channel.
That's right. Yeah, we'll just make some bots that just create new accounts and subscribe for us. And there we go. Using
now that you say that, I'll make my own software that does that. You know, like.
Actually, I should be letting you get kills. I don't know why I'm still.
I've been learning software development. You know. Software.
By the way, so we did this back in the first episode. I guess we may as well do this because we did this in the first episode, which did not get uploaded. Joe and I did started the original episode 3. Ended up actually being Joe and I doing the talk show. But like talking first about how we met each other and how we know each other and the things that we've done and everything. But then it ended up turning. We talked about Call of Duty Zombies a bunch, and it was a pretty interesting discussion. Although it ended up going for like 2.5 hours, so it was like kind of rough. But then it ended up also being like my audio got completely screwed up, and so the video itself needed to be scrapped. So Joe and I never have really done like on the YouTube channel. We've never really done a good introduction of where we know each other. So so where do we know each other from, Joe?
We met on Reddit one day.
we were both on Reddit singles. I don't know what there's. I'm sure there's some matchmaking subreddit on Reddit. I don't know what it would be called.
I'm sure there are.
Anyways,
Joe and teenagers.
Oh yeah, we met on r/teenagers with all of the other creepy 50-year-old guys that hang out there and say, "Yes, I am indeed a 16-year-old girl. Ask me anything."
All right, sir.
But no, Joe and I met back at school. Actually, we him and I would it have been 6th or 7th grade that we met?
It was in 6th grade.
Yeah, actually, did we meet through Josh? I know 7th grade we had the same advisory, but
yeah, but we were in like all the same math classes. And,
yeah, that's right. Joe and I are math geeks.
Hee, that's us.
Yeah, that's right. Because weren't we in the honors geometry, and we were smarter than every other like sophomore that was in the class.
That was high school though. We're talking about
that's right.
6th grade.
Yeah. I'm getting everything messed up.
That was a story, but
yeah. But yeah, so Joe and I we met back in like 6th grade, and we had a bunch of classes together because we were both math nerds. Him and I were gonna make a thing called Confidential BS. It was a show. There's actually the first episode is still on the channel, on the YouTube channel, but it was gonna be our version of Red versus Blue, and you could see how well that went. But
not my proudest thing ever anymore.
I mean,
but
I think we did some pretty decent, like we had some pretty decent stuff, some pretty funny jokes. You know, like Anthony's character was Pickles. He was Private Pickles. Josh ended up being Corey Heltman. I don't even remember why he was so adamant that it be Corey Heltman, but you know. but good on him for being adamant about something, I suppose. But yeah, it was kind of weird. And we had a bunch of episodes planned, and we never got past the first one because no one wanted to do any more after the first one. But we had a great song where one of the elites sings the "Hey All You People" song from SpongeBob, but with a Frito taco. that was the thing.
I think that was from even before we.
Yeah,
I feel like you had.
We had come up with that a long time before.
Yeah.
That was also the "Everyone Please Rise" for our national anthem, and then it plays the Halo theme song, but with Moose. And I was a very serious person when I was younger, and so I got so mad at Joe for that, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why? And then later on, I'm like, that's like that's like so stupid it's funny. Like that would be like peak. That honestly would have been peak humor for that time, but also would have been great for even kind of nowadays because it's so bizarre. But yeah, so then Joe and I had a bunch of classes together in high school. We were freshmen in the honors geometry class, whereas everyone else was sophomores. Other than I think Lauren was in the class as well, but we were like the only one, and we also were the only ones that knew what was going on. Like we were basically reteaching the class because everyone else in the class had no idea, and they were always so confidently incorrect about it too. And then Joe and I have played games together for a really long time, and like, you know, Xbox games and hung out and had classes together, and like we were in that one gym class where we went to the like there was like a workout gym with like weights and everything, And Joe and I would always team up for that and basically do like one rep and then just sit and talk for the rest of the time. And the teacher never cared.
Yeah. You know, telling these stories, I feel peaked in high school.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so sad.
No, we're gonna peak again when we start making our games.
Second peak.
That's right.
Due for one of those.
Due for one of those any year now. And then we also had a we had a physics class we were in where the average grade for the class was like a 40, and so everything would get curved up except for Joe. He was like a 90 to 95 before the curve. And so, you know, the rest of us were dum-dums, and he was just blasting ahead, doing great. But then there was the final bonus project where it was like you get no points taken off for this. It's just you get bonus points if you do well in it. And it was to make a bridge, and for every pound the bridge could sustain, you got 1 extra bonus point. And it was like 4 weeks to work on it, and everyone worked really hard except for Joe and me. We teamed up and I think worked for a grand total of 30 minutes on the bridge, like across all of the classes, and the rest of the time we were just talking.
No, we were working on our amazing music video.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we were working on a music video, Integrals, the music video that we had to do for one of our other classes.
Is it still up?
Yes, that one's still up. I'm proud of that one. That one's great.
I love that one. Yeah, that's the best song I've ever written.
Integrals gotta integrate. Anti-derivative. The area it will give. Integrals screw those Raymond sums. They are really dumbs. Integrals gotta integrate. You can use a U. The area makes it true. Listen up and I'll teach you integrals. Like the best part about it is that it's actually teaching integrals. Like that's actually how you do an integral. But yeah, that was I still remember that. You and me worked on the lyrics for that, and then Andy was there as Mr. Moral Support.
But we digress.
Yes.
We were doing that instead of working on a bridge project, and at the end,
our pile of garbage bridge project could barely even hold the bucket.
it could hold the bucket.
Yes, that's the important thing, though. It could. It was barely, but it could still hold it. It was abysmal. And what happened when we first brought it up to the teacher?
He was like, "Really? That's your?"
Yeah, we handed it to him, and he kind of held it for a second, and then he looked up at us. He's like, "Really?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So.
I'm good at the on-paper stuff, not the actual making things into things stuff.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
we're gonna die soon then, because we're almost out of time.
oh yeah, that's right. Are you how long do you have?
About 10 minutes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, we can search for a last stand, I suppose. Let's last stand by the Pack-a-Punch. No, here, actually, do you want to just teleport and whoops, I'm typing. TTT, Trouble in Terrorist Town. Oh, I'm dead. Well, there goes all my perks from Perkaholic.
Just tripped.
Right, does that text ever disappear?
I'm thinking not, no.
Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna make a race around and pick up all my perks. And by all my perks, I mean, like, just the main 4.
Quadfecta.
Oh, that's actually, kind of, I think I'll actually pick up double tap and then stamina up. But then there was like a period of time where Joe and I just like, none of us have any idea why it happened. We literally, for about a year and a half, this was like just a little bit after high school, we literally did not say a single thing to each other. We didn't like, because like, I mean, we weren't seeing each other regularly anymore, so we weren't having those interactions. And like I was playing World of Warcraft a lot, and Joe was playing Destiny on Xbox a lot. Did you ever get it on Xbox One, or was it still on Xbox 360?
Yeah, I was on the Xbox One at that point.
Yeah, so like him and I
Me
couldn't
and,
really play together much, anyways.
Me and Evan were hanging out, and we were the only ones who actually upgraded.
Yeah. And so like it was it was definitely like kind of sad, but then all of a sudden out of the blue Joe just sends me a message on Facebook Messenger and is like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, Joe. and so
You are alive.
and so then from that point on we've kept up communications again, and I'm very happy for it, because I was quite sad that we didn't talk for so long. And again, there wasn't any reason for it. It was literally just we just kind of just ceased communication. Because then when we came back, like we continued like nothing had changed. Like Joe and I were, it was like we had been still talking the entire time. Although we definitely lost a few of our references.
Yeah,
Which is probably for the best.
Yeah, that's just probably correct. But I mean, I feel like we've remembered quite a few.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We remember
Watch
the
out.
important ones. But yeah, so Joe and I are good buddies, and we are planning on, in the future, keep an eye out for Joe and I. We're planning on making a game dev studio. No idea when, no idea how, but we are planning on doing that. We're also planning on making a Terraria mod at some point, but I got to get back to learning some more C Sharp, because I have some tutorials on how to make a mod for that there Terraria, so I just gotta actually start doing some of the research on it. But I'm also having fun messing around in Unreal Engine, so I don't know.
You know, if nothing else, I'm glad to call you my friend, because
That's right.
together we will make $1 billion company.
Yeah, and Joe and I are both also doing some stock market stuff, so that's fun.
I've gotten very good at losing money. Whew. Don't tell anyone.
No one heard that, right?
Nah, I mean, it's whatever at this point, but I feel like it'll be a valuable skill at some point.
Yeah.
It's another one of those things that I'm like, I have a programming project on the third back burner. Does anyone else have that kind of concept? Where like, okay, like especially in college, right? It's like, okay, there's this really big class that takes a lot of effort and time, and so it's going to be the thing that I work on the most. And this other stuff, it's like, I'll get to it when I get to it. This is a back burner class. I'm definitely going to work on it, but like, if I fall behind, it's not the end of the world, because the teacher doesn't expect as much.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that with one of my classes, or with like my classes this term, where I have the one where I'm like really giving it my all, and like I'm making sure not to fall behind. I'm making sure to like really pay attention and everything. Speaking of paying attention.
And on that note.
But yeah, I've got that one of those back burner classes. What is this camera angle? It's just a wall. There we go. I had a camera angle that was just looking at the texture of the wall. That's another Billy Dude reference. Look at that wall. That's a fancy wall. Funny
That's a
reference.
fancy wall. I know them all very well.
Like, comment, subscribe, and donate to my PayPal if you understand that reference.
Send a check to my PO box.
Well, that was very fun. So again, I've said this a lot of times, and I won't keep harping on it. I'll just say it one more time. If you enjoyed that, or if you didn't enjoy that, or if you have literally any level of feedback, please let us know, because we need some feedback in order to make sure this sort of thing works. I had a great time. Joe, I imagine you had a pretty good time as well.
I'd say it was more on the positive end of the spectrum.
Yeah, and despite us dying very often, you know, talking about how getting to round 20 in zombies is pathetic, and then not getting past round 23 times, I think
I was also thinking that exact same thing. Yeah.
yeah, I think we had a great time. I hope you guys watching had a great time, because we just wanted to really lighten up the mood, to pivot the show away from being about teaching and more about just hanging out and having fun. This
Be
is
our
also
friends, please.
yes, please be our friends. Give us your friendship rings. But this show is still something that I want to be able to be done as a podcast, like as a you can listen without having to watch. But probably the ideal way to watch this, to consume this sort of podcast, which is we call it definitely a podcast for a reason. You know, that sarcastic definitely, because the best way to consume this, I'd say, would be to have it on in another tab while you're doing something else, and you can kind of hang out with us and, you know, everything, but you don't have to actively pay attention to everything that's going on. We're not going to be doing like game tutorials or something, but we're also going to be discussing things that are happening in the news, the gaming news lately. We're going to be talking about stories from Joe and I, and we're just going to be hanging out and goofing around. So
And we're always going to be complaining about restaurants doing things that make things more expensive.
yes, very much. That is, you know, used to be you could buy a good meal at McDonald's for about $2. Now you got to spend $400 just to get 30 burgers. I don't understand anymore.
My big smokes orders.
A number 9.
And you know, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna sign off. Alex, you might have a few minutes after.
Yeah, I'll
to
have a
close
few
up.
minutes after to kind of chat with people, but then I'll be ending the stream as well.
Okay,
So
but so I have been definitely Joe. This has been definitely a podcast.